Hello, good afternoon, Kalpana ma'am. How are you?
Yeah, very good afternoon. I am pretty fine.
Okay. So, as we are meeting for the first time, so I would like to know something about yourself. So, can you tell me something about yourself, please?
Okay, okay. Yeah, as you know, my name is Kalpana. I have been married for 29 years. I have two sons. I live in Delhi, and my hometown in Firozabad, UP. Do you know? Which is famous for Bengals.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, so I was born and brought up in Firozabad.
Oh, that's great. So,
After
nowadays you're living in Delhi.
living here.
Yes, okay. So, sounds good. Now, I'm going to tell you about myself. As you know, my name is Ashutosh Dwivedi. I'm speaking to you from Kanpur city of Uttar Pradesh. About my education, I have pursued my bachelor's degree, that is BCom Honors Accounting from Banaras Hindu University, and now I'm pursuing my master's, that is Masters of Arts in English Literature. Along with that, I run a YouTube channel which is based on spoken English conversations. So that's all about me. Thank you.
That's great.
So,
And how is it
uh
possible for you all these things in a one time? You are do you are regular college wear or you are
uh,
say the
Yes, of course. I told them this that I wouldn't be regular there. I study and but I don't go to college regularly because it's difficult to manage everything together. Yeah, okay. So that's what I was saying. Yeah, I'm able to manage those things, but I don't go to college regularly. So now moving forward with the conversation, I'll be asking some questions to you. So are you comfortable?
yeah, I'm perfect.
Okay, thank you. So the first question I would like to know from you that what is the reason behind learning English for you in this age? Why do you think you should become a better speaker?
Ashu, there is no age, you know, in
The age
anything
is just like a number.
you can say anything, but you should be living. You should have a passion that is
Mhm.
necessary to learn new things. But it was my childhood passion to learn English fluently, to speak English fluently. When I was young, saw, I used to see someone who is speaking fluently. That I was thinking that someday I will speak in fluently sometimes. But after marriage, at that time there was no atmosphere in Firozabad. There was no convent school. Uh, I studied in a government school, and we belong from a conservative family also. So there was an atmosphere. As you know, that atmosphere plays a vital role. So,
Vital role.
yes, yes. So that's why. But I always think, okay, someday I will speak in English. So after marriage, I was damned busy with my family. I had two sons at that time. So I now so I was very busy, and my husband also busy in set up their practice. So we were all both busy, but now I have a time, so I have started again it to work on it.
Yeah, exactly. I'm really inspired from your attitude that age is just like a number and you can follow your passion at any time, whenever you want. But a lot of people, they don't want to follow their passion after marriage or after 40. They think like it's not the right time for them to do anything, whatever they want in their life. But I'm so happy that you want to do it and you want to speak English at this moment and you want to be better and you want to become a better speaker, which you have taught in your childhood, and due to the facilities or lack of facilities or not good environment you were not able to do that. And I can understand after marriage things are really difficult for a lady, that you have to take care of your family, kids and everything.
Yeah, yeah.
So but yeah, nothing wrong that you are doing right now. This is wonderful and inspiring for a lot of ladies and girls.
So I have a daughter-in-law also. My elder son got married 8 months ago. I have a daughter.
Mhm. Yeah,
So
that's why you have the benefit of that nowadays. That you get time and you can do practice.
chartered accountant. Actually, I have a three chartered accountant in my family. My husband, my elder son, and my daughter-in-law also. So, but all
Okay.
are busy in their work, and I'm also busy. So now I have started to work on myself.
Okay, that's great. Sounds good. So now moving forward with another question, like how long it has been for you started your spoken journey?
Yeah, I have started passionately on it 4 years back, before COVID.
Hmm.
I have also joined a clapping also.
Mm. Okay. So how was your experience there?
I used to talk to Rini Rose. Do you know? I think
Yes, I know her. Yes.
she was my favorite teacher. Uh,
Yeah.
but at that time I didn't find that they took the time was very limited. Only 25 minutes will get. They come
Hmm.
minutes back, and after that they become 2 3 minutes after before closing the class. So
Hmm.
I didn't find a much better. But what do you do? But if you join anything, you will learn something there.
Exactly, you do.
Uh,
Hmm.
but I must say, YouTube is my guru. It is my constant
Hmm.
companion. I always try to. I watch videos. I will always try to learn something from them. Sometimes grammar, sometimes sentences, how to speak, visual work, idioms. So I always
Okay, that's great. So it's
on
been 3 or 4 years you started your journey back in COVID-19.
seriously, serious.
Yeah, that's great. That's wonderful. So now I want to ask another question related to spoken English problems. That what kind of challenges do you face while speaking English? Do you face any problem till now while speaking English?
Initial days, I used to face a lot of problems. Sometimes I don't remember the exact word. What should I
Hmm.
use? And sometimes I hesitate. In,
Hmm.
and sometimes at the time I don't correct word. What should I do? I know so many. I have vocabulary.
You had so many words in your mind, but they were not coming out of your mouth.
Speaking, I always forget. So
Mhm.
these are the problems I always face
But now
while.
you're able to manage it and you can interact with the people, right?
Yeah, but the last 3 4 days, I am interacting with you. Yesterday I interacted with you know Dehati ma'am, and
Yes.
2 days before I talked to I think it's like Jyoti. Who
Yes.
are the
Exactly. So it will boost your confidence if you will interact with the people on video basis and the people who are the YouTubers. It will boost your confidence and you will become comfortable talking to anyone.
this way this is very useful for both of us.
Yeah,
You are
exactly.
from me and I'm also learning from us. So this way the virtual interacting, I think it's a more important than physical in relation.
Yeah,
Physical.
of course, it's really important than audio call because what we do when we interact on audio call, we don't care about our facial expression, sitting position, body movement, and hand gestures. But when we just talk on camera, we care about everything. That how we are going to present ourselves. That of course the people they can watch you. So that's what the thing is, and of course you are doing a great thing because it will boost your confidence and that you will enjoy the journey as well. Because if you will interact with multiple people, you will enjoy talking to them, right?
Yeah, if we will not enjoy this journey, then we will not do able to anything in life.
Yeah,
This is
exactly.
we should be passionate, sincere, and disciplined
Yeah,
also,
right.
and then it will be possible for everyone. Whatever do you want in your
Yeah, exactly. So it
life.
means you started, or do you use any other platforms also to practice like Ace Fluency or like audio? Do you do audio conversations as well?
Well, generally, I have also joined last year Joe's skill app. Do you know?
Those skills.
But
Hmm.
skill app really it helped me a lot because I
Hmm.
always spend at least 1 hour or half an hour to speak someone. So it really helped me
Yeah,
because
that's great. So you have been using Joe's skills for 1 year.
Joe's skill. Because we want whoever who can speak who can listen us. We want a plan. There
Yes.
is no one who is judging you. You don't hesitate there because there are beginner learners also. So we
You
don't.
have to speak only without caring about the mistakes. That's what matters in the beginning. When you start your spoken English journey, you have to speak as much as you can without
Finish in
caring about the mistakes. Yeah.
initial days. Initial days,
Yeah.
everybody makes mistakes. After that,
Yeah.
after some time, we realize when we were where we were wrong, where we were right. Then we
Yeah.
will
Automatically, we think about our mistakes and we try to correct them.
we will
Mhm.
correct it myself. Ourselves.
Exactly. And I believe that, of course, nobody is perfect. And it's okay to make mistakes. Because if
Mm.
you think that you're going to speak perfect English from the first day onwards, it's not going to happen. That day will never come. So you have to start your journey by making a lot of mistakes.
Not of it. Obviously, it is not our national language or some mother tongue. We are not
Mhm.
listening to when we were brought the way we are brought up and born. We are not can I say habitual
Yeah,
to listen.
exactly. We don't have any environment of English, like, spoken English.
Have
Nobody
a
speaks in our area.
we should not be have an attitude of American attitude perfectionism at
Mhm. Yeah,
every
exactly.
stage.
And the perfection comes from doing things. When you will do those things regularly or consistently, then only you'll be able to become better in those things. If you think from the first day only, no, not at all. Nobody can be perfect from the first day.
One day, but I believe one day we are working hard on it. Then definitely we will be perfect.
A day will come when you'll be able to become better, of
But we should
course.
be worried about it. If we are not doing anything, we should do it or that because we have a lots of
Yeah, exactly. So, okay, another question goes to you, like, what is your expectation from yourself? What do you expect from yourself in this language? Where would you like to see yourself in future? Like, how would you like to speak? Like, what about your ideal? Who you like to listen a lot?
yeah. I read a lot. At least I always read newspaper daily. I always listen. I always watch the your YouTube and like the same film.
Same kind of conversational videos.
And I
Mhm.
always listen podcast also. And I always work. I also writing something, whatever in my mind.
And that's great.
When I strolling at park, I always do monologue with myself. Say what should I do done or what I am doing while I am in the kitchen. Now I am doing this, I am doing that. I'm going to make a chapati. I always recite say something.
Yeah,
Try
you
to.
talk to yourself and you think
Uh,
in English, you talk in English.
uh,
That's great, of course. So, like, who's your ideal, like, in this language? Whom you like listening a lot?
uh,
Like, I like Sadhguru, Gaur Gopal Das, Priyanka Chopra. I like listening those people. Jai
Chopra.
Shetty.
Priyanka Chopra is my type. I always see that she is so confident. She has done a lot of for herself. The
Mhm.
way she talks, I
She
love.
speaks fantastic English. Of course, I like the way she talks. It's really amazing.
And information and inspiring also.
Yeah, exactly. It's really, she is a big, like, great inspiration for ladies that she is able to do it. And of course, she is more than actor.
No doubt.
So, like, even though she is an actress in our country, but she is able to get more respect than
Even
actors.
she
So
told
she's
us
wonderful.
she was not
Mhm.
confident in initial days or when she was doing. Before when she became a Miss World or Miss India. Then after that she started working on it. Then she became. So we can say कि if you do you some for something for your passion, then definitely you will do. You will achieve it.
Yeah,
It
exactly. Of course, if you enjoy doing something, then of
yeah
course you'll be able to become better in it.
yeah.
Yeah. So another question goes to you. How much time do you spend every day to become better for spoken English?
Not more than 2 hours. Not more than 2 hours.
Every day you speak for 2 hours or invest 2 hours in listening, watching, reading, writing, and everything.
Whole. Speaking, listening, and writing, reading also.
Okay, that's great. Okay, now coming with the other part of, like, topic that I want to know, like, what do you do in your spare time? Like, do you enjoy your hobbies nowadays as well? Do you have hobbies or
Yes.
interest which you like doing a lot, like watching movie or something? Mhm.
I want to tell you that I always try to learn new things in my life. Always try. Whether it's I learned how to play dholak by watching
Yeah.
YouTube, and I try to make a new recipes. I always try to make because I am very passionate to learn new things in my life. So that's
Okay,
why.
but YouTube became a great teacher for you, so you can learn everything from YouTube.
Play Casio also. One or
Oh, okay, that's great.
two songs
Mhm.
I can play on keyboard.
Yeah, that's really nice. So you learn all those things from YouTube only.
YouTube, it is my guru. I must say.
Yeah, YouTube is a really wonderful thing. A lot of people they are able to learn things related to their career, their hobbies and interests. So it's really helpful for many people.
So I can say that social media is boon for me. I think
Yeah.
especially for homemakers.
Yeah, exactly. Of
I
course it
always
is.
use in a correct manner. I don't use I don't waste my time on playing games, how to Ludo or extra PUBG, etc. I don't know how to play all these games.
Yes, I can understand. That's great. So what about traveling? Do you like traveling to other
Ah,
places?
yeah, I love traveling. I have seen so many places in India and as well as abroad also.
Okay. So where have you been like out of country?
I have seen 15 countries and Europe, Singapore, Dubai, Malaysia, and Switzerland, London. I don't
Oh my
Austria,
God. So you have visited so many countries.
lot of places. Yeah.
So
Now,
what was your best experience in
but
traveling?
I have seen so many places, but I didn't find
Mhm.
so much beautiful as my India. I have seen lots of Rajasthan. I have seen lots of places of in Rajasthan. Rajasthan.
Mhm.
That's I loved. I have seen sand dunes of Rajasthan in Jaisalmer, but I didn't
Mhm.
like the sand dunes of Dubai. They were not as much good as should be as in
In Rajasthan. So it means you like the places in India. What about Switzerland?
Switzerland. But I find Kashmir more beautiful and more beautiful than
Uh,
Switzerland.
it
I
is called
I say
Switzerland of India. Mhm.
Switzerland is a heaven in India. Yeah, sorry, Kashmir is heaven in India.
Kashmir is the Switzerland of India.
Right.
Mhm.
Yeah.
So you have visited Kashmir as well, right?
I have seen.
So
Mm,
yeah. So what about in India? What place would you love to visit again and again if you'll get chance?
Bangalore, Bangalore.
Bangalore. Okay.
I love
Mhm.
their it's weather. Every time there is no humidity, there is no hot and humid like Delhi.
Oh, due to temperature, you like it a lot.
That's because I feel hot every time due to
In Delhi, right? Delhi, of course, it's hot. So you like Bangalore. You would love to stay there in future if you'll get any chance.
I will get a chance. I am planning to go there at 6th, 7th October. If it's
Okay. So you'll stay there for a few days.
I will go to there. It's a cruise or Kurg or Hampe. I'm planning to go there.
Mhm. Okay, that's great. So what about the temples? Have you visited many temples?
Yeah, yeah. I have visited so many temples.
So
I,
what about in Delhi? What is the best temple according to you? Where will you suggest to visit people? If I want to visit any temple or any place in Delhi, so where should I visit?
you should visit ISKCON temple. It's very beautiful.
Con Delhi, Dwarka.
No, 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 no. It is not in Dwarka. ISKCON temple. I don't. I think it's
There
a
are several ISKCON temples in Delhi, I think. So yes, because I had visited
yes,
ISKCON temple of Noida. Mhm.
no, Noida, no, not in Noida. You should ISKCON proper Delhi. It's
Proper
a
Delhi. Okay, I had visited that is Swaminarayan Akshardham also. That
ah,
was wonderful. Mhm.
I want to tell you about this. It is also very beautiful. Rishi Sunak went there
Mhm. Oh,
and
okay, that's great.
his wife.
So, like you like visiting ISKCON temples. Do you visit ISKCON sometimes?
2 3 years. Whenever we have a time, I go there.
Okay, so 2 or 3 years ago you had
Yes,
visited.
occasionally.
Okay, that's great. That's really nice. Yeah, so now we are moving forward with the end of the session. So do you have any question for me? Would you like to ask anything from me?
Would you like to suggest me how can I improve my English speaking, and how is your experience with me, and what should I do for my enhance my knowledge and my fluency?
Yeah, the first thing is that I'm really happy that you are able to continue your journey and you still have a passion to continue it. Most of the people they don't think about it. So it's a very nice thing about you. And the second thing, when it comes to improvement, whatever you are doing right now, if you will do that on consistent basis, for sure you'll be able to improve, because there's no better way than interacting with the people face to face. It's difficult to get people who are good in English, because in Delhi also there are several people who can speak good English, but they're busy in their profession, right? They don't
And
have time for themselves. So how you are going to interact with them every day? It's difficult, I know. Even though on phone call also, if I'll say to you, ma'am, I want to have a conversation with you on daily basis, but it will become difficult for us, both of us. Maybe you'll not be available, I'll not be available. So it is very difficult. So whatever you are doing right now, try to contact people and interact with the multiple people. That will boost your confidence. And you have that video also, you can watch, like you can observe yourself that what are the mistakes you are doing and how you can improve your facial expression, body movements. So these are the things which you have to continue. Keep it up, keep doing it. And apart from this, listen as much as you can, because listening is very important for a language. How we learned Hindi, by listening to our parents, right? So but we don't have environment of English, so we can't listen English from our neighbors or from our family. So what we'll have to do, we'll have to utilize these social media platforms, and we have to listen as much as we can. And that's how you can become better. So I say to the people, listen, watch, and talk as much as you can. And speaking comes from speaking. Until or unless you're not going to speak, you're not going to become a speaker. So if you think by reading grammar, by reading books, by listening, by watching, you think if you'll be able to speak, of course you can have a good knowledge about the language, but again you will get stuck while speaking. So you have to do practice. By when you will do practice, then only you will be able to become fluent. That's what I'll recommend you to do. The same I do. I interact with many people. I wanted to see myself as a chartered accountant, actually. I was a student of commerce, but now I'm passionate about the conversation and communication. So that's why I have chosen this field to continue. And I like interacting with the people. So, and the thing is that if you will interact on daily basis, every day you will improve. But if you think like today you're interacting, but then you will take a gap of 6 months, then again it will be difficult for you to come back on track. So keep interacting with the people and be consistent as much as you can. That's what I'll recommend you to do.
okay, one more question, Ashu.
Yeah.
Uh,
Hmm.
what is your this is I was speaking, I was interacting with you. So
Hmm.
there were so many grammatical mistakes. Are there were there?
Yeah, exactly. Of course, what I'll say, but you don't have to care about the grammar, I must say. To be honest, you have
Mm.
to care about your fluency. You have to care about your confidence, as you already said. That literally you'll be able to improve on those things. And when you will watch these video, like if this video is that you can watch on Skype, okay, then you can make notes. That way you making mistakes. So that's how you can improve. You don't have to take a lot of stress about the grammar. You have to become better in speaking practically. So literally you will be able to improve. And there are several platforms who will tell you mistakes. If you want, if you think you want to know your mistakes, you can join platforms like Clapping Go, English Sharing. Mhm.
Is there any acha, English Yari? So where we can get interaction with people. Name the application.
Yeah, English Sharing, of course, like they have their own application. It's similar like Clapping Go. So I'm talking about one-on-one trainers.
So can be a free app where I can interact.
On free basis, to be honest, I have been interacting with the people for 3 years. It's difficult to get free app where you can interact on video basis, because on video platforms people they don't behave in a good way. They do
Oh,
nonsense things. So it's
yeah.
difficult to get a platform for free where you can interact with it. How can you get a sincere person for free? It's
Mm.
difficult, right? Because the people who are good in it, they charge for it. Why they will do it for free? So
Yeah,
they
yeah.
do job, they don't have time, so it's difficult to get someone. Even though I have been finding, like, I have been, like, doing conversation for last 3 years. So it's difficult to find a video platform where you can interact with the people for one on one, and you can get sincere communicators. Really, it's difficult. So yeah, keep interacting with the people on audio basis, and like this,
Okay.
once in a week, twice in a week, interact with the people like who do like video conversations for YouTube or something.
Apart from this, I should what should I do for my fluency?
For your
Is it
fluency, you can read, like, you can take a paragraph and read out loud also, sometimes when you are free. And sometimes you can practice that tongue twisters. I think you might know tongue twisters. You can search on Google tongue twisters. So you can practice those also. You have to speak again and again.
mm,
And what can you do? Sometimes you can do shadowing also, like watch video with the subtitles and try to speak along with them. Whatever
oh,
comes on your screen, try to speak along with them. Okay, so that's how you can improve. And apart from this, do practice as much as you can, like we are doing right now. So these are the things which can boost your confidence, and you can speak in front of camera. Sometimes you can speak in front of mirror. So this kind of things will help you to become better.
thank you.
Okay. So okay, thank you so much. Many, many thanks to you for your precious time, and all the best. It was really nice talking to you. Keep practicing. Thank you.
For me too. Yes. Okay. Thank you.